Twitter exec who censored Hunter Biden story quits in protest of Musk takeover. And I have to say, good riddance. He probably would have been fired eventually anyway if he didn't resign. But this guy's a despicable, despicable guy. He helped get rid of the story that really could have helped Biden lose this election by a landslide. I think if people knew, and matter of fact, I think people that actually voted for him said a lot of them said they would have changed their votes if they would have known about this story. And Twitter was one of the companies that helped censor this story. Really, really despicable individual. I'm glad that this guy is no longer at Twitter. But before we get started, go ahead, hit that like button, share this out so we get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Now, when you hit that alarm bell, you can change it from personal to all. That way, you get all the notifications from when I'm putting out stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. And there's also a link to my Instagram where I put out even more news throughout the day. All right, let's check out this news. The Twitter executive who censored news reports about Hunter Biden's laptop and referred to Trump officials as, quote, actual Nazis, has quit the social media company. Yoel Roth resigned as head of Twitter's Trust and Safety Division on Thursday, joining several other executives who quit in protest over the Twitter's subscription service implemented by owner Elon Musk. Nobody cares that you guys quit. Now you have to go get real jobs and work real hours. So good riddance to you, disgusting, disgusting people. But Roth was at the center of some of Twitter's most controversial decisions. It was Roth who blocked user access to an October 2020 story in the New York Post about emails from Biden's laptop related to his business dealings with Ukraine. And I've done several stories on that back on my old channel that the people the gatekeepers deleted that channel. But I've done tons of stories about Hunter Biden's laptop. You can check it out if you go into the look into the description and go to my page there. You can find my Odyssey, where my Odyssey have all of my old videos there from my old YouTube channel. But Roth told the Federal Election Commission his decision was based on briefings from government officials who said they were, quote, rumors that a foreign government had hacked Biden and planned to release derogatory information about him before the election. So even if it was, let's say it was hacked, so that means it was true. So that means it wasn't misinformation. So why people wouldn't be privy to this information in the first place if it was already out there. So that's not even a legitimate excuse. Just because it was hacked, I mean, that doesn't mean anything. We have a right to know this information. That's why journalists are able to have these First Amendment protections when it comes to information like that. I even alluded to it on one of my previous videos that I've done today on the FBI busting into journalists and arresting journalists for no apparent reasons. You know, we have the First Amendment where we're able to put out this information, and it doesn't matter from the means that we get it from. As journalists, you are allowed to report on these things, and Twitter was censoring this stuff just to protect Joe Biden. But Roth's interactions with government officials have stoked longstanding concerns that social media companies collude with the federal government to censor unflattering content. Government officials also briefed Facebook before the social media giant blocked access to the Biden story, and I've done a video on that. And two FBI officials who met with Facebook before that decision, Laura Demlow and Elvis Chan, donated to the Democratic campaigns in 2020. It's unclear if they also met with Roth. I wouldn't doubt it. Roth worked closely with the Department of Homeland Security ill-fated Disinformation Governance Board, and I'm so glad they got rid of that. There was so much backlash due to that. And I also done a whole full report on that, and they're trying to bring it back, but under a different name. But according to an internal agency document, the board planned to meet with Roth in April to ask Twitter to, quote, become involved in its efforts to monitor disinformation on social media websites. The board faced intense blowback, not only for the Orwellian sounding name. See, these people are so tone deaf, they don't even know about this stuff. That's why they come up with these crazy names. Like, why would you call yourself the Disinformation Governance Board? Have you never read 1984? But also because its chairwoman, Nina Jankowicz, had pushed the baseless theory that Russia was involved in the release of Biden's laptop emails. And even I've done a report on one of the people that signed that letter that said that it misinformation. He tried to go out and he tried to change it and said, well, we never said it was actual misinformation, disinformation. We said that it looked like it could be, but based on it looked like stuff that we've seen in the past. And I'm like, what? You can't go back and try to change the narrative. We know you said you sent the letter. We got the letter. We know about the letter where you said it was Russian disinformation and with no actual evidence whatsoever. And I called you guys out on that. And Roth was already the face of Twitter's anti-conservative bias by the time he censored the laptop story. Conservative news outlets reported on Roth's tweet from 2017, referring to Trump's administration officials as actual Nazis. He referred to Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell as a bag of farts. And these are the people in control of what you are allowed to see. I mean, good riddance. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.